Hi Libra, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a weekly tarot check for the week of May 24th through May 31st. This is for all Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I want to thank all of you who've been watching my readings. I love doing them for you, and I feel like it raises my own vibration. I'm not a reader who will read when I don't feel good anyway, but I just feel like it just pushes me, I don't know, into further ascension after I do these. So thanks a lot for watching and co-creating with me. Also too, thanks for subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing these videos. And if you're new, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you tap the bell, you'll be notified when new videos are posted, but I generally post about every week. So I'll be giving you a June reading in just a couple of days here. Can you believe that already? But yep, we're headed for June. So please don't force yourself into a reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, try a different part of your chart. And again, these are weekly readings, so the reading is not as in-depth as like a monthly or a mid-month, but sometimes the energies have been incredibly powerful and they're clearly not contained within a week. So if that happens, I will certainly talk you through that and seeing where the energy could continue on for a while. So anyway, let's take a look at these cards and see what is going on here for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for Libra. And we go day by day if you're new here on the weekly readings. We start with Sunday, and you've got the Two of Pentacles. You go into Monday, you've got the Three of Pentacles. You've got on Tuesday the Ten of Swords, and then on Wednesday the Nine of Cups. Thursday, you have the Page of Wands. Friday, you've got the Moon. Saturday, you've got the Empress. And then you end with the Queen of Pentacles here. Really interesting reading. You've got, it's pretty heavily Earth-dominated. You do have all the elements represented, though. You do have Pisces here, too. And, you know, it feels like there's a little bit of a snag with somebody. But overall, I think you end on a really nice note here. You begin here with some indecision about something, and this may be somebody that you've been talking to for a while where there's some kind of indecision about what to do, or they're having some other issue in their lives that is it needs their attention, and they're just not really in a great place to commit. And so it's kind of tiring dealing with them because they're just all over the place. They're kind of wishy-washy. It's hard to get a very solid commitment from them in terms of like hanging out or doing things together. And again, many people are still on a lockdown, but I mean in general, that's what I get with them, where they tend to kind of frequently change things, and it gets a little tiring dealing with that. And I think there's a part of you, for whoever this is for, that's kind of waiting to see, is this going to continue? Are they always like this, or is this just part of this situation? There's a part of you that wants to give them a fair shake, but there's a bit of question, is this just really how they are normally too? So Monday you have this Three of Pentacles, and there's definitely a feeling of, you know, working together, collaboration, nice energy here, but it's also, I feel like for some of you, you've got a new opportunity coming in. So if you've been talking to somebody who's kind of inconsistent, I do think you have somebody new coming in. And so it really is, there's a union here. You know, there's definitely something that wants to begin to be developed, and there's a foundation here that, you know, if you can let that energy come forward, it may be a better situation than somebody who's kind of, you know, you're kind of debating, is this really how they are, or is it just their unique circumstance creating some of this inconsistency? So certainly could be with an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you know that, or you get in the not too distant future, I'd say within the next couple weeks, you start to, you know, talk to somebody or meet somebody new, maybe worth changing gears. Now, Tuesday, some of you may feel under the weather. You may be recovering from something too, like if some of you have too much to drink on Memorial Day, you go out to a beach or somewhere with your friends, or you're alone and you drink too much. I hate to say that, but you're feeling, somebody here was feeling sad. They were feeling kind of depressed, and they knew that was not the right answer, but they did it anyway. I do feel like this is almost more of like a hangover. Could be an emotional hangover too, but it does feel more physical to me than emotional. This feels like somebody's got a headache. They just feel they're just not feeling good, but it's very short-lived. So again, this is where I feel like it has more to do with physical than emotional stuff, even though it is a sword, and that tends to be about overthinking anyway, or thinking. You do go into Wednesday, though. It's interesting, too, with the Nine of Cups, because this can also be about drinking, so maybe that energy was slightly connected there. With this nine of Cups, I definitely feel like you get through that first part of the week here, and it starts to take a nice shift. You start to feel happier, lighter. You're even kind of laughing about, if you did have too much to drink, somebody's laughing about it, because they don't have a problem with alcohol. It's not like somebody that's constantly falling down drunk. It was like, oh God, I never drink, and I knew I shouldn't have done that. But they just it takes a nice turn. This is also, too, it can be about physical manifestations, too. So for some of you, you may be finding that your money has been pretty stable, and there's things that you want to get, and you're kind of like getting online and looking at things and trying to figure out, products and things, and just having fun. Some of you may get an opportunity, too, just to do a little bit of shopping in stores, and it feels better. It feels more like things were. It's not the same, but the energy feels better. Like I'm out, there's people. It doesn't feel so isolating. And there's just kind of a nice sense of camaraderie. I'm getting that too. Like the people that you encounter on Wednesday, there will be a nice flow, ease, and camaraderie with it. Thursday, you've got the Page of Wands, and you're full of good ideas here. There's inspiration here. For some of you, you may have it's not a return of an ex, but it's like a return of a friend that comes back around who contacts you, maybe messages you, and they're just one of those friends that when you don't talk to them for a while, it feels like nothing misses a beat. It feels like no time has passed. And so for somebody, you're going to have that this week where that friend comes back around and they've been thinking of you. And I'm hearing them saying like, oh God, I've almost been obsessed with you all these years and wondering how you're doing. And of course, in the time of social media, it's surprising that we would have that, right? You wouldn't just keep in contact, but they've been busy, and they're a little bit scattered. They're kind of avant-garde, and they kind of do their own thing. They're almost like nomadic. So they pop in and out, and then you don't hear from them again for 10 years. It's that kind of thing. But I definitely feel like that's coming in here. You have here this is on Friday, you've got the moon coming in. And this can definitely be about secrets being revealed. But I actually think for you, this is really a suggestion. It's Pisces energy. So certainly if you're dealing with a Pisces, could be indicative of them. But I actually think what this is it's a guide telling you to set your intentions. Be very clear in what you want, because there's part of you, I think, that senses some negativity around you, but you're not, it's like you kind of second guess yourself on it. And know that with this card, if you set your intentions, the new moon delivers your intentions to you. You take one step, the universe takes two. So it's also about closing out a cycle. So for those of you that have been single, or you've been talking to some people that you're not quite sure about, I think that cycle is going to be coming to a close. I think you're going to get a lot more clarity coming up in the next couple weeks and months even. That it's just, there's a very emotional energy. Some of you on this day too may feel, you've got that Two of Pentacles up there too. You may have that kind of come back in a little bit. There's an energy of indecision here, kind of, where there's just an emotional charge to it. And that's on Friday. But I do feel like on Saturday, that there's a shift. You have the Three of Pentacles. You also have the Empress, which is a 3. And this is also, she's the mother of the tarot, but she's got, she has a great sexual energy to her. She's very fertile. She can be certainly signifying pregnancy. I don't feel that in this reading though. I feel like it's really an energy to bring you into some kind of union with somebody. There's an energy here of an attraction. There's just a very strong attraction with this. And she's, she's here to kind of move you in the direction of a more, feels like more maternal kind of a, like, almost like a homemaker energy. And that doesn't mean that that has to be you, but this is a card too of spring and summer. So it's like, and I guess when I say homemaker, I mean it like somebody who's rooted in the home, that has a family, that has a lot of stability, abundance, nurturing, things like that. Now, as I mentioned before, she's perpetually pregnant, but I don't see that for you. I don't see like it's a, be aware that you're very fertile kind of thing. I actually just think it's more about love. Like it's a time to shift gears and bring in some love that's stable and not wishy-washy stuff. Because then you have this Queen of Pentacles, which is a great card to end on for the week. She's definitely very stable, nurturing energy. They are a nice complement to each other. But I do feel like for some of you, you're going to be drawing in some kind of physical manifestation with the Nine of Cups and this card. So some of you may be ordering things online and you have the money to do it. So it's not, it's not like you're stretching yourself out or putting money on a credit card. Some of you may get a reward from a credit card that you weren't aware of that was coming. So you have a reward if it's like a Ann Taylor Loft card or whatever, Visa card, Banana Republic Visa, and you get a reward so you can spend some money, and it's like, $75 or $100, and you can go spend money and it's free because it's a reward. So that feels like it's coming in. And again, sometimes these very specific things are only for one or two people, but they are relevant. Every reading is not for everybody, but there's somebody that this reading is for. So anyway, but I just feel like you make peace. You're at peace with material things. You're at peace and in comfort. You're looking around and feeling like you have a lot of things around you, and really taking stock of that. Some of you might be in some kind of a gratitude group where you're emailing each other or texting each other every day, and that's really good for your spirit. It's really good for your vibration and your energy, so keep going with that. For those of you that want to attract more love in your life, this is a Whispers of Love Oracle card. Great card. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. And that is guidance to be loving in every area, whether it's just, maybe showing even a pet more affection, like you have a cat. I had a cat that was incredibly clingy to me. And at times it drove me nuts because it seemed like the only person this cat wanted. And it's like, look, I can't be with you 21 hours a day. But, there might be things like that where I could pivot a little bit and say, this cat loves me. There's some kind of magnetic attraction here, and I'm gonna go with it and allow that because there's love here. Something like even as mundane and simple as that. I'm gonna close this out here with Abraham Hicks asking it is given. My attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. So it's just, what a beautiful compliment to this. Like attracts like, unwanted attracts unwanted if we focus on it. For every pleasing thing, there is an unpleasing counterpart. For within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted as well as the lack of that which is wanted. When you focus upon an unwanted aspect of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only comes closer because you get what you give your attention to, whether it is something that you want or not. It is up to you to focus upon and attract what is wanted. So our thoughts become things. We can have, do, or be anything. We just have to align with the vibration, get on the frequency of it, and it comes. I look at myself and, I have gotten onto this frequency of money that is incredible. And now that I know how to do it, I know the feelings I need to have. It's like it's unstoppable. And it's not even me, it's people around me too. I see them getting money, and there's some kind of momentum with this. There's a collective momentum. So great reading for you guys, Libra, and I love you so much. I will be back again in a few days to a week to give you a June reading.